What's up, everybody? It's User here. We'll be Coach User again today. Back in the play editor with another concept I wanted to kind of show off. So this is a good zone beater as well. I wanted to cover this concept last video, but we'll bring the zone beaters back again. Most people know how to beat man, but we'll get into that as well. This is what I like to call Seminole pass, and basically what this is a trips to the right. We're running out of a bunch formation. You can run this out of just about any type of formation. Essentially, when you hear the Seminole, the inside player, our first read, is going to be the target for this passing play. He essentially is running through traffic and simply running a short out route, giving our quarterback a quick, efficient read on the play. As you can see, his drop read is a 1 or 2 step drop here out of shotgun. You can really make him drop back in Maximum Football 2020, and I like to operate out of a quick read. My offensive line isn't good, so me as a coach, building my team to get ready for my Maximum Football 2020 season here, I'm trying to build an offense that can replicate and put my guys in the best positions to win. And basically, I've learned through some trial and error that I need to get the ball out quick. What the Seminole pass also does here, if we're playing against a man team, it does make number one's read have to fight through traffic, and you'll see that here. I also like a lot of my play designs, I like to keep it simple. Again, real life, video game, what have you. I don't like to glitch. I like to use football mechanics, and I usually like to give myself a backside read. Usually my preferred emergency read is a fade, sometimes a post. My high school team, we used to run basically a backside post to just give the quarterback, hey, if your first and second reads aren't there, you know the backside post, where it's going to be, and the way it operates. We're also running through to clear out and cause a lot of mess here. Our man on the line is running a, we'll just call it a drag route through the middle of the defense. And we have our third option here. He's running a post. Now, what we can do here against the zone is, if our one for some reason is being manipulated, what we will go to, and I'll test this here shortly, is we're manipulating the safeties as well. So our we'll call this our 2, and we'll call you our 3. So we have our 1, 2, and 3, our first, second, third reads on the play here. They are going to attack and manipulate the free safeties on this play. We'll go ahead and say our backside fade is going to be our 4, but this is our guy maybe in like our mismatch situation. We come to the line, we see we have a matchup with a corner that we like. We're going to go ahead and attack that guy. So let's go ahead and test the play here. We're going to, yes, we're always going to control because we are in control. And we'll go ahead and come out. We'll see if we have, I think last video we saw the nickel has a cover 4. You know what, why don't we go ahead and play against that again? Maybe they don't have a cover 4 here. These are some of my plays, as you can see as well. I've started going through, and we'll go ahead and back to edit play real quick, and then we'll go back to test because I want to attack a zone here. Let's see if we can find a good zone. We'll see, maybe the dime has one. Okay, so here's a cover. These are basically the exact same play. We'll go against the outside man. So this is going to be a tough one to beat. As you can see, we have our one-on-one matchup there. 2 free safeties in the middle of the field. We're going to go ahead and attack with square here, thinking that we're going against the zone. Finish the run. As you can see here, if we can get the replay up, what happens, our quarterback's coming to the line of scrimmage again. Our eyes are looking to the right side of the field. We're going to basically key on what this outside corner is doing. It's hard to tell pre-snap because this is a combo defense with a zone inside. The man corners are locked on the outside. And as our play develops here, you see the traffic start to kind of elude. We have one player kind of make a dive to the middle of the field. Our linebacker here in the middle of the field looks like he's actually trying to man up here and get hands on, which is really good. Maximum Football does a really good job sometimes with your more intelligent players, and I can attest, I think 41's a higher discipline, higher intelligence guy. He understands the concept, so he's trying to get good jam here and just cause a mess. the way to beat these trips bunch formations is to just make the receivers pile up on each other. One or two aggressive defenders is a really good way to beat a lot of this stuff. And as you can see, he gets hands-on with the receiver, and he really takes the route timing away if we're trying to key on this. So this is a good play. But as you can see, 20, we catch him in his back pedal, and the concept's complete. We basically know the ball's coming out here, and he's got to make a tough play to break on the ball and come up and make a tackle in the open field, which is what we want this play to do. So, and we'll go backside again, manipulating our safeties here. This is going to be another guy that we're going to be keying on our safeties as they divide. As you can see, he sees the fade coming, and he's breaking to that part of the field. We also have our under route, our number 2 read running free, which is also another key on this play. Basically what we're also going to attack with the post here, this is going to be our third option, is the middle of the field. As these safeties separate, this post hopefully is running into this part of the field. Let's go ahead and run the play again. This time we're going to go ahead and attack with our triangle receiver, our number 2. So again on this play, we're going to go ahead and back to the replay. You see he crosses face, creates the pick action, and he runs himself open through the zones. So with the way this works against this backside, unfortunately in this defense, this is a really good concept against it. And we'll talk about this interaction here. As a person who plays defense, I play a lot of corner, some safety. This is really good. Leaving your corner manned up like this on an island is a really tough task to ask. But basically you can see here, he gets his man turn, he turns his eyes to the receiver. If you hear me say zone turn, he turns his back to the sideline knowing he has to funnel the play inside. Zone and man concepts are different. I don't know if Madden really uses this interaction a whole lot, but what you see here is our man turn. Staying patient, basically sees the outside release. We're going to attack with our jam hand, gets leverage back on top of the receiver, and he makes a really good play on this receiver here, basically taking him out of the play. This is a blanket of coverage. But turning his back to the play on this basically means he doesn't have eyes on the middle of the field to break on any of these plays, and it takes him a second or two to recover. But through the zones, we're running our number 2 open, essentially. He's going to run through the zones until he hits the free pay dirt over here. Let's go ahead and run this play one more time. We'll see if we can maybe target the middle of the field with the post again, if the protection holds up. So we're going circle here. Get a nice little lob pass, good ball down the middle of the field. He's gonna take a hit on that, but he's all right with that. He's got to come down with this play. So I usually like to keep my back in to protect when I know I'm going to have to make a couple progressive reads on this play. Let's say our number 1, he's fighting through traffic, and again you see he's got to come off these picks, swim, fight through traffic. He's not just JonTron jogging through these other human beings. He's got to get a good release. As you can see here, our number 3 read is actually struggling to get open. He's fighting. This linebacker's getting really good hands on with him, making this a mess up here to fight through. He does stay consistent. He gets a good jam here, fights back to the inside to get his release, and this is a really good ball over these zones. I was hoping these guys would maybe bite a little bit more on our number 2, but they actually do not, and this creates a much tougher throw for our quarterback. But if you give a little lob pass, this is my circle button, tap circle. He does lead it upfield and make a good play, and we know we're going to take a hit, which, boy, he gets fucking walloped on this one. So good play, number 48. We're going to test the fade here. This is a matchup I don't like. This is a very not good receiver going up against the best corner on our team here. So we'll see what happens. 1 or 2 step drop, and the safety comes over to make the play. I almost thought he had a chance on that one. But you put your best corner on this side of the field against the receiver who's probably one of their 2 or 3 guys on the team. Again, he opens up with the man turn, gets hands on, and I know right here as a quarterback, this is a 50-50 ball, and you know, maybe if I have a receiver that has the height, speed, maybe he runs himself open or can just win this one-on-one. The corner does a really good job here, and if you can get a good jam and a covered 2-man with your corner, it's going to give that safety even more time to come over the top and really make a play or lay a hit here. So this was a really good interaction with the 1 or 2 step drop from our quarterback. Coach basically told him, hey, reads at the bottom of the screen, we want that 101, and we got it, so go ahead and target this guy. The receiver just needs to go out there and make a play. So let's go ahead and see. I just want to save this play real quick, and we'll go ahead back to test the play. So yes, we want to use the controller. Let's see what happens when we go against the man coverage here. So we're going to get a blitz. Actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll give them a contain look. And we're going to get a blitz here on this, or we may get some pressure. Oh. So let me run it again so we can get a good replay on this guy. But against this man, what we're probably going to get is a mess. So most likely we want our square to pop open here. Defense is a little bit better on that play. Let's see if we can get a replay here finally. So as you can see, this dude, their man coverage looks a little different. Number 41's being really aggressive in the box here, and he's actually coming up to get hands on quicker. So is the middle linebacker. So the logic between the man and zone, maybe they're a little bit more aggressive in their man-to-man. So he's coming up to get hands on, and against this slot is almost essential. You definitely always want to press the person on the line of scrimmage. As you can see, out of this bunch, number 85 is what we call on the line, so he would look to the ref, point, make sure he's good, and the other 2 players are off the line of scrimmage. You have to have 7 players on the line, I believe, and him and the far receiver are on the line. You want to make sure you get hands on, because if you can stuff this guy, a lot of the play and timing goes out the window for the offense. So we're still keying up our number 1 read here. As you can see, as the play kind of plays out here, his guy comes up, he actually fights through the traffic really well. We get a crisp, good route, and the jam actually on number 48 out here is what kind of gives him a little bit of the window to get open. This is really good coverage by the defense. They played this route combination really well, but we do get enough of a window to basically get the ball in there. And this is, 3-4 yards a pop if we can execute this play properly. Maybe he breaks a tackle and we get down to the sideline. So let's go ahead and run the play one more time. We'll try our triangle, which is our number 2, and see if he can run himself open on this play. Oh, he comes wide open and he drops it. Typical fashion, no biggie. We know that I could come back to that play later in the game, and most likely he's going to run himself open. Let's see if maybe we can get our post here down between the safeties. This is going to be tough just because now there's no divergent to split them. Yikes, we're going to get him killed. So the difference between this play against a man in a zone is basically these safeties now can play these under receivers without having to split the field. So normally what we'd get kind of puts a bind into man coverage now on this safety. He's got to make the choice. Do I come up and play over top of the fade, or do I come up and help here in the middle of the field more? He doesn't bite really on either. He maintains his positioning really well. It's tough as the quarterback to make that read, but this post on this man coverage against a cover 2, unless he gets a really clean release and he can come down the seam and we spread the safeties out, it's not really going to work. Just for giggles, I want to try the fade here. Let's see how we execute. We have the 1-on-1 matchup. Let's put him on the spot. Wow, okay. Well, he's fighting hard to get off the line there. Corner, again, is much better than this player. He's having trouble getting off the press at the line. Again, this corner is just getting really good hands-on, and it's making it tough. But essentially, another play here from my playbook. This is what we call a Seminole pass. Again, Seminole pass is mostly a zone beater. We can beat the cover 2. We can beat the... manipulate the outside corner to see if he bails, maintains leverage, and what we want to do is create a bunch formation, and our second read basically will run himself open. Again, in my playbook, most of the time we're running a backside post away from the read or a fade. In this sense, we're running a fade just to try to stretch the safety out here even more to get this middle of the field a little bit more open. So again, Coach User here. We'll have more videos. Maybe we'll hit the defensive side of the playbook here. We'll finish off with one more. Maybe we'll get in the end zone.